Hey there, it is Klaireeberry, and I'm here today to talk to you guys about Bitcoin. We are going to look at the 17th through the 23rd here of January. It is Sunday, January 16th right now in the morning. So we are going to just jump right in here. And it's 43K right now just for reference. Let's take some overlying, underlying. You and your loved ones are safe. So Bitcoin is safe. Don't worry. There's been so much fear. And it's kind of like Bitcoin has been in hiding. Just Bitcoin got a little shy, need a little rest, need to go within for a while. Okay. But you know what that means. Big things in the works. Okay. And again, it's so big. It's not all going to happen at once. So on the 17th, we don't have anything peaking specifically for Bitcoin, but we do have, of course, our full moon generally in in Cancer. And this is in the 7th house for Bitcoin. Okay. So I really was not expecting much. I was thinking stair stepper down, but these cards are saying stair stepper up. So could be a peak, and it could be kind of sideways. Honestly, guys, I thought it was going to go down. Full moon in the 7th house, nothing really else going on. But I guess, maybe relatively compared to Sunday, it'll go back up a little bit. So remember, this is not financial advice. I am here to help you identify, when might be the best time to dollar cost average in to buy the dips and hodl. But I am not financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. This is just astrology, intuition, tarot, and fun. So hope you guys are having fun. So on the 18th, we have the general aspect of Uranus going direct in Taurus. And this is, I think, overall kind of a good thing, but it actually, I think we could go down, and maybe from the 17th, I think we'll go down as well. And, if Monday isn't good, if my astrology was correct and Monday isn't good, then this is all just long-term energy trying to come up. But I think it'll be good. Again, maybe like this 3% rise on the 17th up to, and then back down on the 18th, guys. This brings chaos and surprises and hiccups. Of course, it's Uranus, so it could be good. And then, of course, we get the World card. The point is, I think we're going into a whole new world. And I'm thinking this came over for the next day, which in the 19th, we have Sun conjunct Jupiter. So this is what we like to hear a little bit of. This is some clarity returning. We can take a deep breath again. We can see through the fog again. And this again has more of this bullish long-term energy. That's a little bit of a theme this week. So I do think it'll be up. And, we might do pretty well because we've got not only, again, this aspect, Sun conjunct Jupiter peaking on this day, but we also have the general Sun moving into Aquarius in the 8th house. So I think over Aquarius season, a little bit of long-term within this weekly video, this is in Bitcoin's 8th house. So this is all about boldness. This is about shared investments. This is perfect. So I think it's going to be, again, a good few weeks here, next 4 weeks overall, for Bitcoin. So on the 20th, we have really nothing peaking, and I'm not seeing a lot. I think it's going to be maybe up. What I had on my sheet, just from intuition, over, little up and little down, and then over. So we'll see. I think that really could be what this is trying to say here. Okay. I think that could be what it's trying to say. So the 21st, again, nothing peaking. So with this, I think it's going to be, okay. I just don't see a whole lot happening that day. Let's take a clarifier. I said over and or down or over. Yeah, it's going to go up and then it's going to come right back down if it does anything. And it might go down lower than it comes up. So it wants to be strong. Here's the thing. This week is kind of about, there's a lot of energy, and we really haven't even got to it yet, but this is kind of leading into it. For the 22nd and then even up until the 24th, we've got so much eagerness. We are so ready to get started. We're a little bit impatient here. We just want it to happen, and we want it to happen now. But we're missing. There's a lack of focus. There's like a lot of eagerness, but again, we just have to wait for that kind of divine timing. Okay. So 21st, meh. I mean, guys, honestly, if I had to say, this would be a good time to get in. This is like your last chance before we have a couple of pumps here. Little pumps. 22nd, we have Sun conjunct Mercury. This is some good, again, good long-term bullish, not just from the card, but also coming through in the card clearly, but also just coming through in the astrology. Again, you have that eager to start, but slightly lack of focus. I think this will be up. I think it'll be kind of up, over, or, a little bit of up and then kind of sideways perhaps. Again, not totally in the clear, not popping off the best you've ever had, more of a steady, balanced uprising, I guess you could say there on the 22nd. Okay. So somewhat stable, but somewhat successful. Up and over or up slowly. So the 23rd, we have nothing truly peaking, but general Sun conjunct Mercury. This is a time for awakening. This is a time for truth. This is also a theme for the rest of, well, I guess the 23rd would be the end of this week, but I am going to go just because we had the big aspects. We talked about this in the long-term videos at the beginning of the year. The 24th and the 25th are kind of big days here, especially the 25th. But this is kind of heralding in that energy, bringing in that energy. Clarity, finally. People, intuitively are going to be drawn to Bitcoin. They're going to be realizing what's going on, seeing through the FUD and the fog that we talked about and that we've been in. We've been talking about that for 2 weeks now. All of this Neptune, all of this confusion, FUD. And yeah, it's out there. So this is when we start to, and again, you'll see this week is, you guys feel it, a turning point, right? It is a turning point, but again, it's not going to happen all at once. So this is this general aspect in Bitcoin's 8th house, again, of investments, boldness. There's some success, some happiness. The cards agree with the astrology. Should be a decent day. Okay. A pretty good day. Now, the 24th, we have Mars sextile Venus. This I initially thought was going to be better than I think it's actually going to be. Again, you have this energy trying to get started. Big ideas, you just lacking the follow through and almost like some organization or something here. People, there's a little bit of chaotic energy still lingering, you could say, right? So I think it will go up and then come down is kind of how I'm seeing that. See the tree going down, sideways. It may just be sideways and down, actually. But I think it could. I think there's some potential, for it to be good. Let's take a clarifier on this just for fun. 24th, Mars sextile Venus. Okay, yep, sideways and down. That's my final answer. Again, could kind of be up and then down. Either way. 25th, guys, this is a day we've been waiting for, and I have to have the disclaimer. This is a weekly video, but this aspect is bigger. It's larger. And the thing about larger, bigger, aspects is this one lasts quite a while longer than anything else that we spoke of this week or that we usually do. And they don't have to be, it's a little bit harder for the bigger aspects to fall right on the absolute correct day. So just have to put that disclaimer out there. This might show up on the 24th. It might show up on the 25th. I'm going to do my best to read this for the 25th. But here we go. And again, this is our little bonus day. Okay, we got milestones. This is Jupiter sextile Mars. Okay, this should be new beginnings. There's a renewed enthusiasm, renewed optimism. Oh yeah, baby. This is going to be a good day. It might start out a little slow. Again, we're so enthusiastic. We are so ready to make some things happen. We got both wands. The end of the day probably even be better than the beginning of the day. What I had is kind of up over up. And this is back to kind of our awakening energy. Yay, guys. So I know a couple weeks ago we did a video, oh, it was supposed to be some good energy. I think this is going to be better. I think this is going to be, this is more. That was like a day or two. And it's like, oh yeah, we'll have a day or two up. But this is like a few days of pretty good stuff right in a row. And again, it's almost better that it's like, take a couple steps and then pause. Take a couple steps and then pause. Because that shows just real movement rather than pump up and dump down. You know what I mean? So again, hopefully you enjoyed this. Remember, we're overcoming the fear here. We're overcoming the difficulties. Yes, it's still volatile. Yes, there's still some issues and some slow start, this slow start energy we've been having for a while, but there is some good startup energy, really good enthusiasm and clarity returning. So yay, we will see. We'll come back. We'll still do the 24th and the 25th on next week's video. So stay tuned, hit the notification bell. Thanks for all the likes, share, subscribes, comments, etc. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.